Have you ever had that feeling, that a piece of your past is still somehow living inside you? Well, today we're going to dive into some really fascinating ideas from Hans Tendam's book, Deep Healing and Transformation. It's like a unique map to that inner world.
We all know this feeling, don't we? That one nagging issue or that weird anxiety that pops up, a pattern you just can't seem to break no matter what you do. Well, according to this work, the reason it feels so persistent isn't some big mystery. It's actually hiding in plain sight, right inside your own past.
So, the main idea here is actually pretty simple, but it's also kind of profound. The book argues that the past isn't just a dusty old collection of memories. Nope. It's an active, living force, and it's shaping our present reality in ways we often don't even realize. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? Tendam's whole point is that these unresolved experiences, they don't just magically fade away. They linger. You can almost picture them as these little pockets of stored energy, and we unconsciously scratch at them, keeping them active and influencing our thoughts, our feelings, and even our physical health today. And this totally reframes the whole idea of looking at the past. So this isn't about hopping in a time machine, right? The book is really clear. It's about making contact with the remnants of the past, the parts that are still alive inside you, right here, right now. Okay, so if these pieces of the past are still inside us, how in the world do we find them? Well, Tendam's work gives us a really practical map, and it suggests that the problem itself, that's the key. What this means is you don't have to go digging around trying to find the source of a problem. Your current feelings, those anxieties, even the physical sensations you have, those are the entry points. The book calls them bridges, and they're like these direct pathways that can lead you from a feeling you're having today all the way back to its origin.
And check out how tangible this is. The somatic bridge is a really key technique here. So let's say you're feeling anxious. Okay, that's step one. Now, step two, where do you feel it in your body? Is it a tightness in your chest? A knot in your stomach? By focusing on that specific physical feeling, you can follow it inward, right to its root. It's like a direct line of communication with your subconscious mind. It's pretty amazing.
So, you've crossed that bridge into the past. What's waiting for you on the other side? According to the book, it's not just memories. It's different kinds of unresolved experiences, which Tendam calls repercussions.
So the book outlines four main types of this unresolved energy. You've got traumas, which are like distinct psychological wounds. Then there are hangovers, which are more like a draining residue from something that happened. Attachments, which are energies or feelings we've kind of absorbed from other people. And finally, postulates. These are limiting beliefs. And we're going to take a closer look at that last one because it is incredibly common.
Okay, postulate might sound a little academic, right? But just think of it like this. It's a conclusion you came to about life, about yourself or other people, usually during a really intense moment a long, long time ago. And that conclusion, it gets etched into your subconscious and it just starts running like a silent computer program, an invisible rule book that shapes your reality without you even knowing it's there.
Sound familiar? This is such a classic example. A couple of bad experiences as a kid might lead you to this conclusion, and then, as an adult, that belief system unconsciously just keeps attracting situations that prove it right. The postulate literally creates a self-fulfilling prophecy.
And here's another one right from the book. If you operate from this belief, it just colors every single interaction you have. You might mistrust genuine kindness, or you might even sabotage relationships because you're constantly just waiting for the other shoe to drop. These are the invisible scripts that can run our entire lives.
But, just identifying the source, that's only half the journey. The goal isn't just to understand the past. It's to release its grip on you in the present. And that happens through a process called catharsis.
Catharsis here is so much more than just having a good cry. Tendam describes it as a complete and total liberation. It's mental. You get this sudden flash of insight, of understanding. It's emotional. A deep, deep sense of peace washes over you. And it's physical. People often report literally feeling lighter, more relaxed, as all that stored up energy is finally discharged from their body.
This slide. It captures the core philosophy so perfectly. Tendam references the philosopher William James and presents us with two paths. The once-born try to use positive thinking to kind of bypass their pain. But the twice-born, they understand that true transformation, real healing, only comes from courageously entering that darkness, the pain, the trauma, to find the light waiting on the other side.
After that incredible release comes the final, crucial step, becoming whole again. Because it's not enough to just let go of old pain. You have to welcome back the parts of yourself that got lost or fragmented during that experience. You know, when we go through something traumatic, we often dissociate. It's a survival mechanism where we kind of split off a part of ourselves just to cope. Integration is the process of welcoming that part back home. The goal is to feel fully present, so there isn't some inner child or wounded part secretly running the show and draining all your energy. And this is the result. This quote from a client in the book, it just perfectly captures the whole essence of this work. It's not just about feeling a little better. It's about discovering a whole new way of being, a state of wholeness and presence that you might not have even realized was possible. So as we wrap up this explainer, it really leaves us with a powerful question to think about. Inside your own inner landscape, what conclusions, what wounds, what forgotten parts of you might just be quietly waiting to be rediscovered and brought back home?